Today, I want to talk to you about the 4 ways to resolve a debt problem. Let's assume you have $50,000 in credit card debt. What are the 4 ways to resolve it? In my opinion, these choices never change, and I've been doing this for a lot of years, so it doesn't matter who you are or how much debt you have. These are the same 4 choices. 1, you could do nothing. And I'm not trying to be flip about this, but one of your choices is to do nothing. If you do nothing, you're probably not going to go to jail for not paying your debts, but your creditors are going to get a judgment against you. And that judgment they're going to use to garnish your wages and freeze your bank account. Well, most people I meet with can't have that happen and still protect their families. 2, you could do debt consolidation. I think debt consolidation is a waste of time. Why? Because you're advertising to the world you're in financial distress. I mean, your credit score goes off a cliff. The payment you make back to your creditors is based upon what they want you to pay, so they eat first, your family eats second. And you're going to be dealing with somebody who's out of state, who you don't know. And any debt that's forgiven is taxable to you. You see, in the bankruptcy world, there's Chapter 13, where you make payments back to your creditors, and a Chapter 7, where you don't. The idea in bankruptcy is if you've got the ability to repay part of your debt, you have to do it. So if you call me up and say, Wes, I'm a single mother of 2 and I make $150,000 a year, you're likely going to be in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. If you call me up and say, Wes, I'm a single mother of 2 but I make $35,000 a year, you're likely going to be in a Chapter 7. Now there are advantages and disadvantages to both these bankruptcies. And I want to simplify this a little bit. You see, if you do a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, your liability on that $50,000 in credit card debt is gone forever, tax-free. Most people who file Chapter 7 bankruptcy do not lose their homes, furnishings, pensions, or vehicles. Chapter 13 is a bankruptcy, it's a debt consolidation, where you make payments back to your creditors based upon what you can afford to pay. And at the end of 36 months, minimum, or maximum 60 months, whatever doesn't get paid off gets wiped out, tax-free. So for example, if you said, Wes, I can only afford to pay $200 a month after I pay my family's reasonable and necessary expenses, that's your payment over the course of 60 months. And at the end of that 60 months, you will have paid $12,000. When you pay $12,000, that's not going to satisfy the entire $50,000 in credit card debt. But you see, the balance of the $38,000 then gets wiped out forever, tax-free. Why would anybody do debt consolidation after what I just said? Now let's turn the focus to you. How can we resolve your debt problem? Would filing a Chapter 7 bankruptcy or a Chapter 13 bankruptcy help your family? Would they be able to sleep better tonight? Would you feel less stress? Join the thousands of people I've helped over the years get their life back by doing what they did first. They called us. They set up a free consultation.